How about, I think you and Nellie, your initial plans to get married got off to kind of a challenge. I think August 8th, 1932, I think was your anniversary. You would have just celebrated your 73rd anniversary. Could you share a little bit of that, Coach? How did that whole marriage thing get started, and how'd that work in the first few days?
I will, but I don't think these people are very interested in that. But I had, after my senior basketball season was over, I played a little bit of barnstorming and picked some money, and I had $909 nickel in the bank. That's pretty good then. And we were to be married on a Sunday in Indianapolis. Her father wasn't well. We were just going to Indianapolis to be buried by a minister that I was 30 miles north of Martinsville. But they married one of her sisters and her brother. Well, before that, I should say, when the bank closed and I didn't have this money, I didn't know what to do. But as her girlfriend's father, who was a rather well-to-do miller, he called me in and said, what are you and Nellie going to do, Johnny? I said, oh, no, I haven't had time to think yet. He pushed an envelope and said, pay me back when you can. He had $200 in the envelope and said, you go ahead and get married and get going. I'd already got my first position, which was at Dayton, Kentucky. And so we did. I went up to Indianapolis, and my brother and his girlfriend, she had a car, and they drove us to Indianapolis, and we were married. In the afternoon, went to Bamboo Inn, had dinner afterwards, saw the Mills brothers make their first appearance in Indianapolis on August 8th, 1930. They've been my favorites ever since. August 8th, 1932. But I maybe shouldn't, I'm going to tell you anyway. I got acquainted with them after we went to Los Angeles years later. And I told them about that one time. I said, you know, my wife and I were just been married in the afternoon, and went to hear you know, and I thought you were going to sing all night. You just kept on. The people kept encoring you, and I'm down, down, down. I said, Nellie and I just been married. We were tired.
Yeah.
We want to go get some rest, you know. But we stayed in a little hotel for that night and walked about a half mile the next morning to the bus station, and I caught a bus at 6 o'clock in the morning and to go to Martinsville, where my college coach, Big Lambert, picked me up at 7 o'clock the next morning in Martinsville and took me to Vincennes, the very southern part of Indiana, where I was his guinea pig in a coaching clinic. So that was my honeymoon with Nellie.